Erev Tov, everyone. The mitzvahs in this week's parsha, which are so numerous, the 74 mitzvahs, also represent, as do all mitzvahs, the basic values of Jewish belief. That's not the reason for the mitzvahs. In fact, in this week's parsha, we have a very strong statement in the Mishnah that we should not look for reasons. Discussing the mitzvah of Shiluach HaKan, the Mishnah says that if a person says that Shiluach HaKan is because God is merciful, and this is an example of the mercy of heaven, mashtikino, so we tell him to be quiet. We don't know the reason for mitzvahs. But there are values that apply to human life that the parshas and the Torah illustrate to us. So yesterday I spoke to you about the value by Bikurim of gratitude. And that's a basic value in life. And if you don't have gratitude, so then you're missing the whole point. Even to the extent where we have to give gratitude. I mentioned the Geshem Shemavorchin ala Roa. So then we mevorech on other things as well. The Gemara gives us maybe a more stark illustration that the town of Rabbi Yossi had a wife that was a difficult woman. She was very disrespectful to him publicly. And the Gemara says that once she burst into the shiur that he was giving, and she upbraided him for something. And when it was over, the Talmidim said to Rabbi Yossi, why don't you divorce her? So he said, how can that be? She takes care of me. She raises the children. So I owe her a debt of gratitude. Now, in our world, we always look at what's missing. And what's missing, something is always missing. And therefore, we are always dissatisfied. Because it could have been better. But the Torah teaches us this idea of gratitude. So after the parsha of Bikurim, there's the parsha in the Torah of Vidui Maser. Kisachale la'aseret goncha hashono hashlishis shnas ha'maser. So the Maser goes in 3-year cycles. So there's Maser Rishon every year, and then there's Maser Sheni, and the 3rd year is Maser Oni. So at the end of the 3-year cycle, the Torah tells us that he comes to the Beis Hamikdash and he makes a declaration. Biarti HaKodesh Min HaBayis, everything that belongs, that's holy, I took care of it. I don't have it anymore. Again, the Sativ, La Levi, La Ger, La Yosom, La Almono, and I gave it to whoever was entitled to it, to this, to the Ger, who was always a second-class citizen, unfortunately. The Torah says 36 times to be careful how to treat a ger. And Layoso, an orphan, doesn't have parents to protect him. Almona, the widow, she no longer has a husband. So I took care of those obligations. I did what I was supposed to do, which is a strange statement to make. On the surface, it sounds to be hubris. Look at me. Look how good I am. And then he says, Hasisi kasher tzivisoni. I did what I was commanded to do. Because I did what I was supposed to do, so I asked that the Lord should bless us. Ashkifa imon kotshecha min hashamayim u'v'rei l'zamcha Yisrael. We don't find that anywhere else in the Torah. That kind of personal statement that I did what I was supposed to do, and therefore you bless me. So the Meforshim here say that the value here is, God, you gave me blessings in life. You gave me life itself. You gave me time. You gave me fields. You gave me crops. Question that person always has to answer is, what did I do with the gifts that God gave me? How did I spend my money? How did I spend my time? What was my concern? Those are hard questions to answer. So what the Gaon Vilna means when he says that din v'cheshbon is on what you did, but cheshbon is on what you could have done. I had the ability to do X, Y, and Z, and I didn't do it. So I didn't do anything wrong, but I misused the opportunity that the Lord gave me. And we know from the commercial world that people can lose their job for not exercising wisdom regarding opportunities that are given. In the spiritual world, it's the same. There is an opportunity to do something good every day. What did I do with it? Is the idea of vidui maaseh. Rabboni Shalom, you gave me this crop, this fruit, this land, this opportunity. So I want to tell you what I did with it. I gave to the ger, to the yosem, to the almona. I took meiser, the arti hakodesh min habayis. I didn't waste the opportunity that was given to me. I did wise things. Many times people do foolish things with the gifts that they are given. I was the yeshiva, so we had a young man in a class, was not me, who had a very good voice. He had musical talent. I remember the Rebbe took him aside one day and he told him, you should learn Nusach so you can be a very good Baal Tefillah. I thought that was very strange. It's not the Rebbe's business. I understand he could say, you can learn another 2 hours a day, fine, okay. But that was an important lesson. You have a talent. You have a gift that God gave you. So employ it in a holy way. Employ it in a positive way. Employ it that it should be a pride, not a matter of arrogance. And it's that way down the line, everything. How should a person exercise the ability to choose wisely with the gifts that one is given? And that applies at all stages in life and all circumstances, and no matter what the gifts are. So that's part of the idea of vidui maaseh, that you have to express that. It's a very important value that people should be aware of. So the Torah devotes for us a parsha to emphasize this to us and to make us aware of this aspect of being Jewish. I think that's it for tonight. Hanani Malakash Yomer, Ratzah Kodesh Baruch Hu, Zakos Israel, Afichon Chibur Lahem, Torah and Mitzvot. Shem Adonai, Ha'etzem An Tzidko, Yagdil Torah.